Right then, welcome along everybody. Here today for it is DCD Racing League, and of course my first time doing it today. Nothing too important. We are here, as you can see in the stream title, for the pre-season here in Spain, for of course the whole new season, which will be starting pretty soon. But gonna be pretty exciting. There's 7 people joining tonight, so not a huge attendance, not a big turnout, but hopefully we can still get some pretty decent racing. Of course, like I mentioned, it is pre-season, so that is probably mainly why the attendance is pretty low, because trust me, I've had experience with that in my league pre-season. Not many people are really that bothered, but anyway, here in Spain then everybody, and hopefully going to make for a nice evening of racing for the pre-season. Of course, 7 people, and there is 2 tasers in this game. Oh, never mind, there's not 2 tasers. The name is just wrong. It's Ricky Maru in P7. At the moment, we've got Nike, who's in the chat at the moment. It's good to see you, mate. Welcome in. We've got Floyd Pink. We've got Dodger. Is it? I don't know if it's Egil or Egil. Someone can maybe correct me on that. I think Ollie, and then Taser as well, of course, is up there. And on his outlap at this moment in time, it's Taser, then the other Red Bull in second, and Eagle in third, who has invalidated on this lap around. But 15 minutes then on the clock here in qualifying. Still got a little while to go in this session. Got a good bit of time for the drivers to put some times on the board. And who will be the first to do so? It's looking like maybe the Aston Martin. Never mind, he invalidated, isn't he? We've got Ollie, who is fastest in the middle sector. This man is going to be the first man to put a time on the board. What will it be as he makes his way around? Oh, goes around the Red Bull. And no time on the board for him then as he brings himself back on. But that is it for the Red Bull on his first lap around. And he nearly goes around again there. But following up behind is the second Red Bull of Taser, who's on the outlap then through the long right hander now that we've got here in Spain. And Ollie, 1 minute 25.650 is the first time. And of course, he didn't have a good lap, a good first lap, might I add. As Floyd Pink then is through the middle sector, and towards the end, what can the Aston Martin do in qualifying? Is it going to be any good? He makes his way around towards the final corner, and the Aston Martin can put himself in the lead of this session, I think. Yes, 1 minute 13.922. What a time from the Aston Martin, but how long will that hold for here with the 7 guys, the 6 other guys that are ready to try and go a bit quicker if possible. Eager with a invalidated lap at the moment, and Dodger is out there as well on the out lap, so we'll see a lap from him soon. Taser is invalidated, nothing too much going on at the moment as Floyd is going round again to go even quicker in the first sector. Can he go any quicker in the middle? Can he carry the form through towards the end of this lap then? The car of Floyd Pink, the Aston Martin, 1 minute 13.922 is his fastest time then here in qualifying. Still 13 minutes to go, a long time to go, but this man is not waiting around. And he wants to go even faster than what he's done so far. He knows he can. His first lap was only the banker lap around. He's already nearly 0.6 of a second faster in the middle sector. Floyd Pink then, towards the end of this lap, the Aston Martin is ready to start the celebrations possibly as he makes his way around then the final few corners here in Spain, and towards the line the DRS is activated. It's the Aston Martin over the line. It's a 1 minute 13.002 and Floyd Pink is on provisional pole. Yeah, enough likes. Anyway, I hope you're all having a very good day. It's my first time here, like I mentioned. It is really good to be here. Hopefully you guys want me back for the foreseeable future. I'm here today, of course, on the first race, and well, the first race of this new season, really. Of course, not official, but it is a race indeed. And is hopefully going to be pretty good. We've got 7 people. Just hopefully they can give us some good battles throughout the whole entire race. That is what we can all ask for, as Ricky Maru then in the Alpine is currently going into the pit lane. And now we've got Nike in the McLaren. Towards the end of the middle sector, it is fastest. 1 minute 51.476 then is the time in the middle sector for the McLaren of Nike. And towards the end of this lap here, what can he do? Rounding off then, the final right-handers are coming around the corner now. It's the last right-hander towards the line here for Nike. DRS activated in the McLaren, and it will be provisional pole, 1 minute 12.856. It is 0.2 faster than Floyd Pink. And Nike is on provisional pole. What a time for the McLaren. Absolutely love that. What a time indeed. But Nike is on provisional pole. Floyd second, Taser third, Ollie 4. It is Eagle 5, Dodger 6, and Ricky Maru in 7th then. At the moment, of course, them two at the back, Dodger and Ricky, have not put a time on the board as of yet, but I'm sure we are going to see that pretty soon. As the there we go, yeah, exactly. As soon as I talk about it, the Ferrari's on his way out. But Ricky still in the garage, soon to put a lap on those soon. Let's see how the stream chat's looking, shall we? There's a few in here actually. It's quite nice to see. Afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you all. And welcome into the stream chat. If you got any time during the race, any safety cars happen, be sure to shoot me some questions, as that is what I normally quite like doing. Keeps the engagement up in the chat, and keeps the streams more entertaining. But we've got Nike in the chat. You're doing great, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Really nice of you. But we'll see what can happen then in this qualifying session. There's 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here for quali. Of course, here in Spain, where we do get a lot of the pre-season practices, of course, going on around here. But it is very good to do practice around. It's quite a fun track as well. So it's just a few. Oh, don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Absolutely fine. Don't worry. I'm just here to try and make it exciting for you, and I hope I can do that for you today. But of course, 8 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock for qualifying. So a long little while, and then we've got a 33 lap race coming just after that here today, and I'm hopefully it is going to be pretty good. We've got Ollie with 1 minute 23.0. He's fastest in the first sector now. Let's watch this one out. Can he go and make his way up the order? Can he get a provisional pole? Maybe. My bad. My monitor just decided it wants to start. It wants to try and turn itself off while I'm commentating. Look at that. Anyway, Dodger in the Ferrari. That man is currently sat in P6. And of course, we're just watching Ollie as well, who is 2.3 seconds up on time. He's got a 1 minute 23.0. It's not very fast at all. Can he try and find any time in that Red Bull? Round the final few corners. The Red Bull towards the line. And the DRS activated. What can he do? It is P3, 9-second improvement, and third position, overtaking his teammate there to get into the front spot of the second row of the grid. But Dodger then towards the line. Dodger is P4, 1 minute 40.491. Only driver now is Ricky, who's still in the pit lane here today for pre-season. But at the moment, it is Nike in the McLaren, sat up there on provisional pole. Love to see it. What a time it was from that man. He is 1.5 tenths faster than Floyd Pink in second then in the Aston Martin. Can Floyd do anything about that? He's coming out now to start his out lap. That is the man now on the track, you can see. And that makes 3 of them now out there at the moment. But the Aston Martin is looking to go even faster. He's got a bit of a mission on his hands. He needs to try and find at least 1.5 tenths to be on par with Nike, and a bit more to overtake him. Can he do it here in qualifying? With only about 5 or 6 minutes left, I believe, on the clock here today. It is possible for Floyd, but is it going to happen here today? We'll just have to see. At the end of this outlap, and then, of course, the main lap for him will begin. The flying lap, the one we all want to watch. As you can see, Dodger out there on the track making way for a car coming around the inside. It is a Red Bull of Ollie out there at the moment. Not on a flying lap, so maybe into the pit lane on this one around. Or he might have been recharging. Never mind, I think he's carrying on. I think he's going to go for another lap. P3 is all his, but in the Red Bull, it is man going for a lap now, and maybe, just maybe, he's going for a lap down into the first corner. That man currently sat in P3 with 1 minute 14 flat. And if you going around then the Red Bull, and that is the end of that lap with 6 minutes to go. Ollie is out of that lap then. As yeah, I was going to mention, it's pretty crazy. We've got Floyd Pink 1 minute 13.002. Ollie with 1 minute 14.001. So we've got a second and a thousandth difference then between them two at this moment in time. But up in front then is Floyd Pink. Yeah, I hope you're all enjoying so far, everybody. It is hopefully going to be a good Grand Prix. Of course, like I mentioned, 33 laps. With 7 people, it could feel quite long, or we could just get some good battles from up front. You never know. Could go both ways. Maybe we get a bit of rain and spice it up. You know, it is looking a bit dull, isn't it, out there today at the moment? So just maybe that might happen in the Grand Prix. 5 minutes of racing to go. And am I still streaming? I think I am. It says connecting to the chat. I'm not sure if it's cut off. No, never mind. All good. Anyway, yeah, for qualifying, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. Dodger in the Ferrari. Is that man on a lap? Maybe. We'll see into the end of the first sector. He will cross that line, and is it any faster this time around? Is it even a trying? Is he even trying to beat it? I don't know. He's 1.4 seconds down. It isn't looking like. I'm stuttering right all over the place today. It isn't looking like he is gonna get where he wants to be. Ricky Maru then, who has invalidated this lap around. It's been a while since we've seen him out on the track today. And P7, of course, at the moment. He's at the back of the grid. He'll be starting from the back of the grid in this Grand Prix. Come the time we go racing, as the Alpine there very nearly going around, but keeping it on the track. He's invalidated this time around, but he's going around again. It's the Alpine now as Nike with 1 minute 12.631. What a time for the McLaren, even faster than his original time by about 0.2 of a second there. Floyd Pink has matched Nike's previous time, and now there's another 2.5 gap between them. How ironic. But anyway, to Ricky Maru towards the end of this lap then. Oh, right off the track there. That isn't very good at all, is it? Through the 100-meter boards and into the first sector. It's a 23.667 on this lap around, but he's going to try and push it as hard as he can. Back end slipping out, but he just holds on to it before he does the full revolution round. But Ricky then very nearly going around again, trying to keep his car on the track. It is getting very close here on the edges. The DRS will be activated. The final 3 minutes then here in qualifying. These final times are what really matters. Ricky Maru, the one driver that hasn't put a single time on the board here in qualifying. Can he do it right now? Is this the lap around where he puts a good time on the board? Just possibly his back end flying out. This will be it for him. It won't be a decent lap really, unfortunately, and he goes into the pit lane on this one around. Nike into the pit lane as well, quite confident with this time. Floyd Pink in the pit lane as well. As Taser in P3. He's down on time at the moment, so I'm not too sure what's going to be going on with him. Is he going to try and get a faster lap around? He's in P3 at the moment, the front of the second. That was quite a bad voice cut. We'll try and ignore the front of the second row of the grid. As Floyd Pink then has retired. So he seems pretty confident in his abilities there. Yeah, he sits in second place. And we will see. We will see if he ends up where he has finished. But Ricky then is down in 7. And no time for him at the moment. He's in the pit lane now, unfortunately. And maybe a time for him to set on the board soon. But we'll just have to see if he is capable of doing that just as of yet. Now, Taser is on a flying lap at the moment. As I just like to quickly ask, for people that are watching this, of course, what's the crack? Do you guys have formation laps for one? And whoa, he's gone around. Taser is back on the track, but he did a full 360 revolution. He's back on the track now. But wow. I'm going to say, do you guys have formation laps? And secondly, do you guys have a kind of a time you have between quali and the race, or do you just go straight into it? Just interested, so I know when to turn the screen on. But yes, of course, out there, running through the order is Nike, Floyd, Taser, Ollie, Dodger, Ejil, and Ricky Maru at the back of the grid then at the moment. And speak of the devil in the chat, it is Ricky in the chat. It's good to see you, mate. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Down in P7 at the moment, but of course the grid isn't that big, so P7 isn't bad at all, is it? You're not going to be bothered from there. And hopefully you can get a good start. Hopefully the race in itself is a good one. No formation lap off for this one. Well, we have a few minutes. We will go at 30 minutes past. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine. Thank you for telling me. Why is my name Taser? Mate, honestly, I was so confused. You know, obviously, my first time I came in, I looked, and the usernames Taser and Taser bang on the same. I was like, how am I going to do this? But, you know, never mind. I don't know, mate. I only know that's your name. I keep looking at the top right for Ricky, but... You know, if I didn't have that setting on, I would have been calling you Taser, unfortunately. So sorry about that, mate. Yeah, it is a bug. I think it will go away for the Grand Prix. If not, I've remembered your name now, mate. I quite like your name. It's quite nice to say in commentary. So love that. But Ollie then, P4 at the moment, and he will not be improving this time around. So, ladies and gentlemen. Nike in the McLaren here for pre-season is on pole position in Spain. Then it is Floyd Pink second on the front row with him. Taser third, Ollie four. It is Dodger and Eagle then on the third row, and Taser sat on his own on the fourth row of the grid then, starting at the back in P7. But next up is the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you at about 7:30. See you soon. My bad, guys, I forgot. I went through the order, but I didn't actually do the standings. Here we go, then it is Nike on pole position from Floyd Pink, then in second on the front row with him, Taser and Ollie on the second. Then it is Dodger and Angel on the third row, and Ricky Maru in the Alpine, currently sat at the back, P7. No time set for that man, but what can he do? Starting from the back, it's going to be an interesting one, and we'll see you at 7:30 in about 1 minute's time. You know what? There was no point in me actually doing that, really, was there? Because it is already 7:30, so soon to be going racing. In the chat, we've got 6 people in the stream chat. I can see in the bottom right of the stream, which is quite nice. Welcome in, everybody. We don't normally get a lot of people here at Jack Frosty Comms, so I do appreciate that. Any help is great. That's really good. Thank you very much. And I hope you all enjoy today's race with what we've got. It's hopefully going to be very good. My first one as well, and first time in a league is always good. But here we go. First time is about to happen. 4 and 5 lights. It's time to go racing in Spain. It's pre-season, and it is lights out, and away we go. Knight then in the McLaren with a decent start. Bit of wheel spin then, but it's better than everyone behind him. And already down into turn 1, he's leading at the moment. The Red Bull trying to challenge him down the inside, sandwiched by the 2 Red Bull cars, and they both go round him. It's the McLaren that nearly goes off the track there. Both of the Red Bulls go through, and Taser is in the lead then of this race. Knight second, Ollie third. It is Floyd in 4, then Ricky Maru making his way back up as his name is now back on the side. And down the inside is Eagle trying to get through in the Aston Martin. It's a battle of the Aston Martins there, trying to get through, and he's dropped back to P6. He isn't having a good race so far, but can he try and make his way up? He's very nearly off the track there as Ricky Maru is up then. P5, he started 7, he's already up 2. And now he is looking to make the move. Very nearly going around there. But he is going up. The Ferrari of Dodger has gone around. Dodger now in P7. And a safety car has been deployed, everybody, on the track here in Spain. Taser retired. Dodger retired. Oh, that isn't good, is it? We've had 2 people retired on the first lap. We're only going to have 5 drivers for the whole race. Oh, no. You guys are going to have to keep it entertained in the chat. Hopefully it's all right, though. Hopefully it'll be all right. And... wow, we have already got 2 retirees then on the first lap of the race. I was not expecting that. It was a good first lap until that, it really was, but 2 people gone as Ricky Maru now with a 3-second time penalty as well. But Taser and Dodger, both drivers, the Red Bull and the Ferrari, out of this game, leaving 1 Red Bull and no more Ferraris here today. Safety car is deployed. We're under safety car conditions. They're finally caught up with the safety car, and they made contact behind the safety car. It was Nike, and who was that? It wasn't Ricky, was it? I think it was Floyd. Oh wow. Oh, wow. That has changed it a bit, hasn't it? It's now Ollie then in the Red Bull is behind the safety car. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if the front runners saw the safety car there, but I think what happened was Nike wasn't really aware that it was there. Nearly drove past it, had to brake really hard, pretty much brake check Floyd, and oh my god. Crazy scenes then at the start. It was definitely Floyd. You can see there the front right end plate is absolutely gone. But Nike in 3rd then. He hasn't got any damage. I'm not sure if he's got any rear wing damage, but the front of the car of course will be alright. In the chat, Dodger, oh well, at least I finished top 10. I mean, it's a good way to think about it, mate. Fair enough. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the race, guys. Today, I mean, so far I've got to say, there's not many people here, but this is going to be really fun. It really is. And you know, I've heard you guys are just bit of wing damage. Just a group of guys that just love getting together and having a good race, and it's not too what's the word, serious, and that's quite good. So yeah, this could be fun. As the Red Bull then into the pit lane of Ollie, and he will pit for a new wing. There's also Floyd coming in, and yeah, Knight can't do anything about it, even if his rear wing is damaged. Floyd with a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but I think Knight should be okay here today, driving down. He's got Ricky Maru in P3, chasing him down into turn 1, as they're all still behind the safety car, and we've got 30 laps to go of this Grand Prix. 30 more. We've had 3. So still on while to go, but it's going to be fun, hopefully. And hopefully the safety car's going in at the end of this lap, which I believe it should be. But yeah, to Dodger and to Taser, and to anybody, you're more than welcome to stick around here and chat, have a conversation, get talking. It's gonna be a fun ride today. So let's see where it takes us. But lap 3 out of 33, safety car hopefully coming in at the end of this lap. Right then. Oh my god. Davey Norris in the chat, shit show. Well, you know, it is what it is, mate. Of course, I've got to say as well, it's pre-season, isn't it? I guess you learn from things in pre-season. So, you know, we'll be alright. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The safety car coming in at the end of this lap, I believe. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, the safety car you can see pulling off in the distance now. It definitely is going at the end of this lap. It is Eagle then in the Aston Martin to lead them away. Nike to take second place, and now the Aston Martin in the pit lane. Nike is the effective pace car. When will he go? That man goes now. And now, oh, Eagle disqualified for this session. Now there's only 4 people. Ricky Maru around the outside of the McLaren, and he is through. Ollie as well, all down into turn 1. It's 3 abreast into turn 1. It's Ricky Maru, Ollie, Nike, and Floyd Pink then in P4. Wasn't expecting that at all, but it's Ricky Maru all the way from last to first place then in this race, and now he's up there in the lead of this Grand Prix. What a guy out there at the moment, doing perfectly well. It's Ollie in second, Nike third, and Floyd Pink 4. We've lost Eagle, Taser, and Dodger in today's race. Crazy, crazy stuff. But you know what? Let's just... This 33-lap race could be done by lap 15. It could well be. But you know what? I've never actually been in a league race where everyone's DNF. That would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? But you know. But anyway, hopefully the remainder of it's going to be all right. Keeping positive. Yeah, this is just a good laugh, isn't it? It really is. Down into turn 1 then, the drivers. It is lap 5 out of 33. DRS is now enabled. We are fully racing here in Spain. Are we going to get any more moves, possibly? Any more crashes? Anything? In this race, oh, Floyd Pink on the backside of Nike, giving us some more action then on the McLaren, and Floyd is through, and Nike is at the back of this Grand Prix then. At the moment, he down in P4. It's quite funny to say that the back of the Grand Prix is very nearly on the podium, which is quite funny. But yeah, down through the first few corners in the middle sector, it's Ricky Maru, Ollie, Floyd, and Nike remaining in this race. And you know what? People that have retired, it's all right because they can come and join us in the chat, can't they? Such as like Dodgers decided to do. So it's good to see you, mate. Welcome in, of course. But, ooh, is he going to go down the inside there? The McLaren looking for it. Oh, look at this. Garrison in the chat as well. Garrison, what are you thinking of this? We've got an absolute carnage race today. Look. Oh, go around the outside trying to. The McLaren on the Aston Martin. Can he try and get through lap 5 out of 33? And the McLaren trying to give us a bit more action. Here we go then on the backside of the Aston Martin. The McLaren on the outside. Nike, can he make his way through down into turn 1? It's 2 abreast then into the first corner. The Aston Martin on the inside, and the McLaren is through to P3. Oh, Garrison, I can't wait till Sunday. It's going to be good. 9 PM. Trying to gain. Floyd Pink maybe managed to get through there. It's lap 6 out of 33. And can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Once again, another move then made by Floyd Pink. These two swapping positions in this Grand Prix at the moment, and we do love to see it. I'm all for it. But Ricky Maru up by 2.5 seconds then the gap on this Grand Prix at the moment. Then it is Ollie in second place. 2.5 seconds ahead then. Ricky Maru is on Ollie. But as we go around start lap 7, will we get any moves? These guys at the back seems like they're going to give us the most of the action, isn't it? Floyd Pink and Nike. Can Nike try and dart to the inside line here then in his McLaren here in Spain? It's pre-season, of course, and nothing really too serious at the moment, so we'll see. No one's got anything to lose. Will we see some banging overtakes then down into turn 1? I think we might be able to. Nike down the inside, it is level pegging, and then Nike into the lead of the race, into third place, overtaking Floyd Pink again. Lovely stuff. Yeah, Garrison, I was gonna ask you as well. This league that I'm commentating in now, when the actual season starts, there'll be a certain select few races where I'll be able to have a co-commentator on with me. So if you ever fancy joining me, of course, none of it's free. You'll get your share, but yeah, I feel like we'll enjoy that. But obviously, if you're not free, it don't matter. But just the offer's there if you ever fancy joining me. But lap 7 of 33. Ooh, look at these two going side by side. Then around the outside goes the Aston Martin of Floyd again. On night for a second time we've seen that move there. Here we go then, down into turn 1. The McLaren on the Aston Martin. It is side-by-side racing. And into turn 1. Can the McLaren get through? No, he can't. The Aston Martin holds it, but can he try it? He's going to go down the inside, forcing him through. He's going to be on the inside for this next corner. And it's Nike into P3. I've got a feeling these two are going to take each other out at some point. We're going to be left with 2 people, aren't we, in this race. Will he try it? The Aston Martin round the outside. Yes, he will. On the McLaren. And we've seen the move so many times. Back and forth then between these two. And the Aston Martin is through once again now. It is the McLaren's job to make his way back through down the inside. Nike on Floyd Ping on the inside line here. These guys love to battle, don't they? Absolutely going at it here today. And trying to make his way through now. The Aston Martin ahead, the McLaren behind. They're going to go 2 by 2 then into the turn 1. McLaren, Nike is through into P3. But for longer maybe? No, I don't think so, because Floyd Pink is trying to close in on him. He's on the outside line here. Will he try and stay ahead? Is he able to stay ahead? He will have the disadvantage down into this right-hander. He will brake later, and he will take P3 for now. The Aston Martin is doing brilliantly by staying ahead, but can the McLaren try and force his way through? He's behind at the moment now, switching back underneath. Nike on the Aston Martin. We've seen this before. Can we see it again? Nike on the inside line, pushing the Aston Martin to the outside. He isn't able to at the moment, but on lap 9 out of 33, I think we're going to have a lot more chances of doing that, as up to the top of the hill now. And we've seen this move many times before, but the other way around. Now, will we see it with the McLaren even? Maybe not, unfortunately. Around the final corner, McLaren behind. The Aston Martin of Floyd ahead. What can Floyd Pink do? Can he defend enough then to keep Knight behind? He's going to go round the outside line and down the back end of the straight into turn 1. Can Knight get through past the Aston Martin? A little bit ahead there, and he's fully ahead now past that Aston. Can he try and fight back though? He's got the outside line. Now swapping to the inside as they get through. He's got the slipstream behind, trying his best to find any bit of air pocket he can just take and try and get that car through down the inside, which he's gone ahead and done. A bit over the curb there, but Floyd Pink is now into 3rd place. Lap 10 of 33. We have got 23 laps to go. Now, if you look ahead then, Ricky Maru's leading by 9.2. Ollie is in 2nd. Floyd Pink in 3rd. Nike in 4th. We've seen these guys swap a lot of times before, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get the privilege of seeing it again. Down the straight, moves coming through, then down the inside goes the McLaren. Can the Aston Martin get through again? No, he cannot, and that is it then for that one there. Right then. Oh, we're got a new follower. I haven't seen that come up for ages. Appreciate the follow, mate. I really do. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. But here today, trying to get the best out of what we've got on the track. And these guys at the back seem to be loving it, don't they? Giving us this brilliant battle that we've seen going on for majority of the race so far. We've had Taser, Dodger and Dcdrl then all out of today's race. 3 of them all gone on the first few laps, and we are left with 4 now, maybe left with 2 after this kind of battle. Floyd trying to go down the inside. Can Knight fend him off? No, he cannot, and that is Floyd into 3rd place. But yeah, it says 5 people in the stream chat at the moment. It's good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Be sure to say hello in the chat, message anything. It is free and open to anybody to chat, of course. But yeah, I don't know if Garrison's still there, but he knows me and I know him, and we really do love our questions in the chat. So if anyone's got any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them in this time that we are here. The stream then, we've just reached 51 minutes into it. And still a long little while of this Grand Prix left. We're on lap 13 of 33 and 20 more laps to go then before this race finally concludes. But Ricky is ahead then by 12.6 seconds from Ollie in 2nd. Then it is Floyd Pink in 3 and Nike in 4. Now that might change around because the McLaren looking for the move again. We've seen this so many times before, and we're going to try and see it again. Around the outside, he's going to send it. The McLaren on Floyd Pink. Has he got it this time around? Yes, he has. And Nike is into 3rd position on the grid. Chuck Norris, yes mate, I hope you are good. Hope you're good too, mate. Welcome in. It's good to see you, and thank you for the follow. But yes, 20 laps to go. Still a long little while left of this Grand Prix, and we are just waiting for it. But we've lost 3 people. We are left with 4. Skidding around that corner there, Floyd. And there's a 6/10 gap now between him and Nike. Oh no, hopefully. Please don't do that. Please don't get a gap. Please don't build a gap between you both, because we're going to get absolutely nothing going on. Let's see. Will we get another move then? We're going to make our way around. The main straight is up next, as you know, and we should get a move then. Here for pre-season in Spain. Floyd with a penalty. And that is not going to help his cause at all, as Ollie now decides to finally make his pit stop in this race and putting on the brand new hard compound tyres from the softs. Oh, the McLaren with this snap behind. I don't know if anyone caught that, but that was very big. That was very nearly going around. Lap 14 of 33, there's yellow flags. I think somebody went round a second there. It was Ollie with the yellows bringing them out. But it is lap 15 out of 33 in this race then at the moment. And we are kind of approaching half race distance at the moment. As people are swapping positions, Floyd and Nike again through the first 2 turns. Giving us a show again. But yeah, I think you guys have another pre-season after this, don't you? One more, and then of course it is the main stuff. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far. I'm giving you what I can with what we've got. But the Aston Martin trying to make his way through. You can see it's the back of his car there, in the back of the camera, just trying to peek his way through. And this time around the outside. Look at that move from the Aston Martin. Is he good enough to get through there? He's going to stick his car on the inside, give the McLaren no choice but to go on around the outside. And can Floyd hold it around the outside of this turn? He's done it twice here this weekend, and he does it again. The famous move then now by Floyd Pink has been shown and demonstrated once more on the 16th lap of 33. Down into turn 1 then. The Aston Martin trying to defend. The McLaren on the inside. Has he got it again? Knight to second place. And the Aston Martin couldn't do a single thing about that one there. And getting himself through to second. Down the inside, can they do it? The McLaren once again on the Aston Martin. Looking for that move. On lap 17 of 33, we're going to see this so many times around. I've got to say as well, Rookie is catching up with Ollie then. He's lapped him already. Rookie's 23 seconds ahead. That man who started from the back of the grid has drove superbly today. Nobody in front of him to mess his race up. He just got through at the start, got all the rubbish out of the way, knew what he was doing. He had tunnel vision, he got there, and P1 is all his then in today's race at the moment. Down into the first corner, it's lap 18 of 33. And we do not see a move between Nike and Floyd, of course, because they were in turn 1, so they're not what I'm talking about. But now, will we going to move again? Whole race long. Nike not into the pit lane there, looking like he was going to do, but didn't. But we head down the straight now. And it's Nike behind Floyd. The gap is pretty big, 0.7 of a second. Floyd is on the hards, Nike is on the mediums. Maybe the mediums are dropping off a little bit now in this race. But we are over half race distance and only halfway to go before the end of this race, everybody. Into the pit lane then goes Nike, which is quite exciting actually. Quite exciting indeed. Then a pit stop from one of the guys that is giving us all of the action in this race. As now the 19th lap of 33, nearly into the 20s. Into the pit lane goes Ricky now, with a time on it as well. Floyd ahead, but now Nike is heading through the middle sector. That man is currently out there on new tyres, new hard compound tyres that is. Floyd will be able to go a little bit longer, and then soon that man will be pitting for brand new tyres as well. Maybe he can get it out long enough and put on the softs, do the opposite strategy of what Ollie did earlier, but maybe a big ask, maybe not. We'll just have to see. Carries on going around. No pit stops for him at the moment. He's a happy guy and nothing to worry about at this moment in time. Alright, 4 people on the grid, everybody. And everybody is pretty spread out. I'm going to be honest, there's not a lot I can talk about at the moment. But hopefully it gets a bit more exciting later on. I think you guys have got another pre-season, if I'm correct. You've got one more after this. If you haven't, my bad. But I think you have. Which hopefully I'm there for that one as well. If I am allowed back. But, you know, I feel like with a big grid, this league would be pretty good indeed. It really would. And 4 people we've got so far have drove pretty well indeed. Ricky Maru went fastest just there in the first sector. And now into the middle. There's Ricky now with a 3-second time penalty on the grid. I'm not sure how many he's got now. I'll have a look. Oh. 13 for Floyd, 6 for Ricky, and 25 seconds between Nike and Floyd. 28 between Nike and Ollie, which is pretty big. Stops then. Ricky is pitted. Floyd is pitted. Nike is pitted, and Ollie has made that pit stop as well. So Floyd could actually go to the end of the race in these hards if he wanted to. But it is a big ask, and there's 11 more laps to go. He's got to do 11 more laps on them. Maybe he can do it. Maybe not. We'll just have to see how that plays out then, as only 11 laps more to go. Nearly into the final 10. And very nearly we are done around here in Spain. Right then, the final 10 laps of this Grand Prix have come about. And with the 4 drivers we've got left, maybe we can get a bit of action, hopefully, with anybody. We are waiting for something. Ollie with a 3-second penalty now, everybody, which means that Nike is the only driver without one, so maybe you can try and capitalise on that. We'll see if you can do anything about it. Possibly you could do. But Ricky Maroon now retired from the session. What has happened here? That man has gone. No safety car. 3 drivers we are left with. Now it is Floyd the man ahead. But now 3 people left, everybody. Oh my god, finally something. Finally. People are close. People are very close then. It's Nike and Ollie. Will we get a move soon? Come on. Down the inside. What a move then. Nike getting through past Ollie. It was Nike and Floyd at one point, and now it is Nike and Ollie both going at it in this Grand Prix. This is what we love to see, isn't it? Both going side by side then in this race. Now the McLaren trying to get through, trying to go down the inside. It's Nike and Ollie. A bit of action. Don't we love to see it? Now the Red Bull on the inside line. Who will take the lead of this battle here? Is Ollie ahead then from Nike? Can Nike fight back? Dive into the pits to retire but kill myself. Fair enough, mate. Well, a bit more action actually. Nike and Ollie going side by side, trying to go out the outside. The Red Bull, what a move for that man. And he is ahead, but don't discount this one then, because down into turn 1 now. It's lap 25 out of 33, and we're going to get another move then. The McLaren is going to dive to the inside line. Can the McLaren of Nike get his way through again? Yes, he can. And second place is all his. Yeah, I do apologise, guys, if the stream isn't exactly what you expected, but I'm trying to do my best with what we've got here today, and hopefully, if attendance is better one day, you'll see the proper me. But yeah, I hope today's been all right for you. I really do, of course, on my first one here, and I hope it's going to be a decent stream for you guys to watch back on if you're interested. But after this, of course, I'm streaming it on Twitch. After I've done this, it'll get uploaded to my YouTube channel, and then from my YouTube you guys can watch it all the time, whenever from there. Of course, on Twitch it gets deleted, isn't it? It's a bit silly really. But down the inside, the Red Bull on the McLaren. Can he do it? The Red Bull's through. Oh, completely lost sound. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we go. Bit more action. The Red Bull around the outside. The Red Bull is through. And Ollie is in second place. We've lost Ricky Maru, who was doing so well. Taser, Dodger, and Eagle then in today's race. Only Floyd, Ollie, and Nike left. Who will take it? Trying to fight again is Nike on the inside of Ollie. And side by side, who will get ahead? It is the McLaren. I'm not sure what's happened to the sound here, everybody. You have to give him a minute. Hang on. There we go, back again somehow. I don't know what's happened with it there. But yeah, lap 28 now. Of 33. The sound's gone again. I'm absolutely sick of this, honestly. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, lap 28 out of 33. And from that, 5 laps to go then in this Grand Prix. 5 more. Nearing the end. Nearing the last straight then for this Grand Prix. With, of course, not an incredible amount has been going on here today. We've got Floyd, Ollie, and Nike here for the pre-season here in Spain for DCD Racing League. And I've got to say, the guys here do seem like a very nice bunch of lads. And hopefully I'm going to get on along with you guys pretty well. And you guys will want me back here. But yeah, it has been pretty fun at points in today's race, and I would very love to come back next week if there is something else going on next week. But Nike and Ollie going back at it again. The McLaren now into second place and trying to fend off the Red Bull in third place. We've got Floyd and Ollie both with time penalties down into turn 1. Floyd now making it lap 29 out of 33. 4 more to go in this Grand Prix as he powers down the straight in his Aston Martin. What a sound! The sound stays on for a second, then it just disappears. I'm not sure of that. Wow, Floyd though is 54 seconds ahead. 54. That man is absolutely mega far ahead. Oh, back end of Ollie nearly going around. That was close, wasn't it? Holding on to it. As the Red Bull, what's happened with the Red Bull? Hey, going around! Ollie has lost that gap now with Nike. And the Red Bull, that is it for his race into the pit lane now. Here he goes. Floyd will come round to lap him. And that is the last bit of action we're going to get for today's Grand Prix, everybody. Ollie with a 10-second of speed in the pit lane. That man's going to retire in the pit lane now, I've got to say, I think. Surely he's going to retire on the last few laps now. Unless he's, never mind, he's going to change his wing. You know what? Fair use to the man. He's going to carry on. As he comes out of the pit lane now. New wing, new tyres, and back into the race pretty soon with 3 more laps to go. But now it's Floyd and Nike, the only 2 drivers really that are in this race. Of course, Ollie, well, everyone's in the race really, but we're not going to get any action at all now for the end of it because, of course, that there with Ollie with a bit of a moment. Mate, you done great at the shit show you've been given. Oh, I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. But no, you've drove brilliantly, mate, out there today. You really have. But yeah, Floyd, Nike, and Ollie in this race left here today. As the Red Bull, like I mentioned, had a bit of a moment early, went into the pit lane, and that is going to leave us with no more action for today's race because nobody will be able to gain up towards anybody before the end. I mean, the gap between first and second is 1 minute and 4 seconds long. That is a big gap there between 1 and 2. But the Aston Martin, of course, is the man ahead, and he is coming round to lap Nike pretty soon. So that just shows you the way this has really switched around, because Floyd and Nike were the two drivers that were going at it all race long at the start. They were giving us all the action. They were just going at it, weren't they, for us? And now Floyd is all of a sudden managing to come around and lap Nike, which is pretty crazy, as he heads into the end of the second sector and into the final third of the racing track for the Aston Martin. As lap 31 out of 33 goes through the new section here in Spain. I say new, it's been out a few years now, but the fairly new section in Spain as he goes around it now. No chicane there on the final couple corners. It is a straight right-hander then as we head down, but over the line, and we begin the penultimate lap of today's Grand Prix here in Spain. Oh my, Nike went off the track and nearly going around again. We very nearly lost him as well there at the very end of the race. But Nike continues on. And now Floyd is 1 minute and 14 seconds ahead of Nike and catching to the backside of him on the penultimate lap of the race. It's going to be a cat and mouse chase to try and lap him before the end of this race. Can he do it? Here we go. Nike letting him through. Blue flags are waved, and there we go. Floyd Pink 26 then in this race is ahead and is on for the race win here today. It doesn't matter how many penalties he's got. That man with 13 seconds of penalties, that isn't going to matter at all, because he has got 1 minute and 16 seconds to the guy in second place. He's drove brilliantly today. He really has, out there in the Aston Martin. Don't know why the sound ain't working still. But we start, as we head around the final corner, we start the final lap of today's Grand Prix. It's lap 33 out of 33. The long-awaited final lap as Nike is going for the move on Floyd again. And into the lead of, well, not actually the lead, but into the position in front of him. As Floyd, of course, is still ahead in this race. He's got a big penalty, but not big enough to concede what he's got then in this race. The race has been a bit crazy, really. We've had 7 to start with, we've ended with 3, and we've lost 4 of Ricky Maru, Taser, Dodger, and Egil. Then it has been a pretty mental one here today. It's been a bit of a unique one, I'll give it that. But you know, lovely new experiences, of course, and hopefully I will be invited back for next Friday evening if you guys want me back for that. But of course I will be happy to join and help you guys out with that, as you guys do seem like a lovely group of people. But here today then, everybody, for a race that started and has ended with only 3 people. We come to cross the line as the Aston Martin, in all its glory, with a 13-second penalty, wins in Spain for the pre-season. 1 minute and 16 seconds ahead of second place. Nike finishing in second, and Ollie will round off the grid and finish on the podium. Everyone that finished on the podium, brilliant. Right, everybody. Backflips for celebrations. And here we go then, finishing results. It is Floyd Pink taking the win from Nike and then from Ollie. That is your podium and that is your finish results done for today. Thank you for having me, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, thank you Davey Norris in the chat as well. Thanks, you've done great. I appreciate it very much. But I'll see you all in the Discord pretty soon. First and last time Floyd ever laps me. Fair enough. Love to hear it. So hopefully next week you do what you just said and not get lapped. You're welcome, mate. It has been a pleasure, and I will see you all next Friday. Thank you for having me. It has been great, and I will see you soon. Good night.